Hammer! Hammer! Heimdall! Open the Bifrost! Heimdall! I know you hear me! Open the Bifrost! Mortal! How dare you challenge the son of Odin!
This week on Goofing Off,
Jamie and Zach give us their review of Guillermo del Toro's Mama.
Casey shows us how to get a bang for your buck with Faster Than Light.
And we review a brand new game straight from Japan, No Kuni.
Hey there, I'm Danny Mars.
And I'm Kyle Wirtz.
So Kyle, you came from another show, but I'm thinking you might be a spy.
Hold up there, Danny. You've clearly been playing too much of the Resistance.
What is the Resistance?
Only the best board game since Candyland. Here's our review. Let's check it out.
The Resistance is a game of lies and deceit in which you must determine who's on your side to win the game. The first thing you must do is set up the game board with the appropriate amount of players. Pass out the character cards to each player. If you receive a blue character card, you're a member of the Resistance. If red, you are a spy. Players must select a leader with the leader token. Next, the team leader selects who and how many players they want on their team. All players vote to approve or reject the team. A player may reject the team if they believe there is a spy on it. If approved, the team leader proposes a mission.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to run to the laundromat and pick up my dry cleaning because I am out of nice things to wear.
The teammates then vote success or fail. Spies can play either card, while Resistance members must play success. If one fail card is played, the mission fails and the round goes to the spies. If only success cards are played, the Resistance wins the round. If there are 3 successful missions, the Resistance wins the game. If there are 3 failures, the spies win. The players may then reveal their character cards. You can pick up the Resistance on Amazon.com for $15.99.
See Kyle, I knew you were a spy.
Well, at least I'm not a mama's girl.
What? What are you doing? You are seriously not getting the flow of this show.
You know what? I'm going to let Jamie and Zach tell you what it's really like to be a mama's girl in this edition of Movie Snobs.
Hey, I'm Jamie McCunis.
And I'm Zach Kuzmic.
And this is Movie Snobs.
You may remember Tyler hosting this segment before, but his therapist insists on him keeping away from stressful situations.
And I volunteered to replace him as host.
And I drew the short straw and now have to have the misfortune of having to go see movies with Jamie here.
You know you love it.
Couldn't disagree with you more.
For this episode, we went to see Mama, a new horror film produced by Goofing Off favorite Guillermo del Toro.
Okay, for the record, I was under the impression that we were going to see a haunted house starring Marlon Wayans and was in no way prepared to see an actual horror movie.
I think you and I have very different definitions of horror film, but we'll get to that soon.
Their parents gone. Alone in the wilderness for at least 5 years.
Hey, Victoria.
How they survived is unexplainable.
I'm your daddy's brother. Remember Uncle Luke?
Mama tells the story of rock star Joan Jett and Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones taking in his 2 nieces after they were abandoned in the woods for 5 years.
Meanwhile, the girl's therapist delves into an investigation to find a reason to why they're so psychotic. You know, other than them living in the wild for 5 years.
Things go wrong when the girl's supernatural protector, Mama, shows up to ruin everybody's day and prove that the crab walk is still just as creepy as it was when they did it in The Exorcist.
And Dark Remains, and The Unborn, and The Grudge,
Okay, they do that one a lot.
There is no way that I am ready for this.
How have they been affected?
They talk to the walls.
And what did they say?
It'll get better. Promise.
So, Jamie, what did you think of Mama?
Easily Comedy of the Year.
Are you joking? I mean, it was so scary. I'm still having nightmares about it.
Granted, Mama may not have been produced as a comedy, but what it did to you in theaters was pretty hysterical.
I told you, I had something in my eye. I wasn't crying.
Oh yeah? Do you always make those whimpering noises when you get something in your eye? Did that something in your eye also cause you to curl up into the fetal position on your chair? Seriously, you're embarrassing to sit next to.
At least I wasn't guffawing and yelling at the screen every 5 minutes when something terrifying happened. Besides, you were crying too.
From laughter.
Don't go in the closet.
Why not? What's in the closet?
Is she here in this house?
What evil being sucked out your soul and replaced it with a black hole? Have you no empathy? Can't you relate with Joan Jett and the guy from Game of Thrones when they were being terrorized by Mama? Weren't you scared?
What was there to be scared of? Some creepy little kid Spider-Man crawling all over the place and her weirdo mom in desperate need of a shower and a chiropractor? And that wasn't Joan Jett, it was Jessica Chastain.
Are you sure? She was in a rock band and everything.
She was playing bass.
Oh.
Don't look at her.
So if you're a bit tougher than Zach, then you'll be treated to an average horror movie with a few good bits that will genuinely make you jump.
And if you have a black heart like Jamie, you'll get a laugh-out-loud comedy whose attempts to be creepy leave you misty-eyed from all the laughter.
Or if you have something in your eye.
I wasn't crying!
Okay, Kyle, so you might know just a little bit about this show, but we have an initiation process that you have to do.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that at the least bit, but what do I have to do?
You have to lose to Tyler in an arm wrestling match.
Okay, so now I'm officially a part of the team?
If you can boost Tyler's small ego like you just did, then yeah, I guess.
Yes. But let's take a break so I can recover from my own ego.
Like what you see here on Goofing Off? Then follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, or check out our website. Crazy for Instagram? Send us a picture of you watching Goofing Off and we'll put you in the next show. Retweet us and you might win a chance to be on Goofing Off. Welcome back. Are you feeling any better from your loss?
You know, I'm a bit shooken up still, but at least I know that I'm a true member now.
Hold your horses there, bucko. You're not in just yet. These things take time.
Fine. You know, all these show changes has left me really short on cash, but I still need to game.
Well, I know just the person who can help you. Here's this episode edition of Games on a Budget.
Hi, I'm Casey Church, and this is Games on a Budget. This week's game might not look like much on the surface, but trust me, Faster Than Light is definitely worth a look if you're a fan of RTS games. In FTL, you command your own ship that just intercepted data from the Rebel fleet, and it's your job to deliver it to Federation HQ. The only problem is that's several sectors away, and the Rebels are fast on your trail. On the way, you must battle rebels, pirates, and other dangers that will put your ship and her crew at risk. FTL's real-time gameplay style is what really puts it over. You really do feel like you're the captain of a ship under attack and that you have to make quick life and death decisions, even when you make those choices while the game is paused. Plus, the strategy goes beyond the battle, like trying to save up to buy new weapons, crew members, and ship upgrades when you need that money to buy ammo and fuel for your FTL drive. Faster Than Light is highly addicting, and despite its simple look, it's a fantastic real-time strategy game that will put you on the edge of your seat as you play. FTL is only $10 and now available on Steam. This has been Games on the Budget. I'm Casey Church. Game on.
I'll be picking up that game, Faster Than Light.
Kyle, this isn't after hours. Cut it out with the corny jokes. We're all serious business here.
Why so serious?
Stop it, Kyle. That joke is so overused, and it is in 2008. Let's see if I can bring you back up to speed with this edition of the Blender.
THQ has filed for bankruptcy and has auctioned off all their assets to the highest bidders. Although we know the Saints Row franchise will be in good hands under the ownership of Koch Media, there's still no word on the fate of the Big Mother Truckers and the My Little Pony Pinkie Pie's Party franchises. After initially stating that he would rather sit in the audience and experience it like everybody else, J.J. Abrams has officially signed on to direct Star Wars Episode 7. I can almost see the lens flares coming off the lightsabers now. The Hollywood Reporter has revealed that commercial director Nick Matua has been tapped by Warner Brothers to direct their long-in-development live-action Robotech movie. I'm sure we'll see that one around the same time we see the Halo and Mass Effect movies. The Weinstein Company had toy manufacturers NECA pull toys of Quentin Tarantino's film Django Unchained following complaints from the Reverend Al Sharpton's people, which massively drove up the prices on eBay. Now they're banned from eBay as well for their offensive nature. X-Men Days of Futures Past director Bryan Singer tweeted that 3 more franchise veterans will be back to fight Magneto. Shawn Ashmore as Iceman, Anna Paquin as Rogue, and Ellen Page as Kitty Pryde. They'll join Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and several other familiar faces. Now we just need someone from the writing team to read the subtitle out loud. Days of Future Past? What does that even mean? And finally, the next Super Smash Bros. Game will be announced at this year's E3 for the 3DS and Wii U systems. Now that Sony has taken their ball and gone home by making their own Brawl game, characters like Solid Snake will most likely not be returning. This means that Nintendo is going to have to dig even deeper into their catalog of obscure games from the 80s for characters to flesh out the roster. And that's this week's news, blended and ready for consumption. Back to you, Danny and Kyle.
The blender is way too fast for me to handle. Is there any way we can slow that puppy down just a little bit?
It's your first day and you're already trying to change things? You're a monster.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be a part of this team. I even did a review of Doom 3 BFG Edition for you guys.
This better be good.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. Doom 3 was originally released in 2007 and it sold 3.5 million copies. id Software has recently re-released this game in a bundle pack called Doom 3 BFG Edition. This game has everything. Zombies you can punch, barrels that you can shoot and they explode, and my ex-girlfriend. I miss her. In Doom 3, your objectives are rather simple. You want to make sure that you stay alive. You want to make sure that you destroy anyone that gets in your way, and you definitely want to make sure that you get off Mars. It's rather simple. Not like that game Braid. Stupid Braid. Ugh, so difficult. I don't like this game. Doom 3 is a really fun game despite its simple concept. But simple is good sometimes, right? Right. Even though you get a flashlight, you'll still be screaming like my ex-girlfriend did when she saw me in a Speedo. Why can't you just accept me for who I am, Linda? This bundle includes Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, the expansion pack for Doom 3, as well as some new unreleased levels. For only $25, this game is an absolute steal because of all the content it provides you. Doom 3 BFG Edition provides tons of scares and excellent gameplay, as well as tons of games for you to play in this bundle pack. Therefore, Doom 3 BFG Edition gets 4 ex-girlfriends out of 5.
I guess that was alright. We can probably treat you a bit better. I heard you weren't treated very well on the last show.
Don't remind me.
Actually, let's remind our viewers.
Kyle here, and welcome back to the Campus Competency Test, where I look like Marilyn Monroe because my co-host wants to steal my job. What member of the Jersey Shore do you think I would be? Snooki.
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 I've heard that so many times today. This is awful.
I like to get up in people's business, so this is very comfortable to me.
You don't look pretty and you're very close.
But I want to be pretty.
Can you back up?
Why am I still single?
Probably because you're a bad person.
You haven't found the right person yet.
Probably some sort of a personality deficiency.
That's the most correct answer I've heard all day, folks.
What does personal space mean to you?
Not a whole lot. I'm lonely.
So apparently we're done, and this guy doesn't like me anymore. Have a good day. Wait, how did you get all that footage? I thought I set fire to that and threw it in Lake Erie.
That's why we have backups, Kyle. Besides, you look better as a pretty lady. You pull off that dress really well.
What's wrong with you people? I can't handle this right now. Let's just take a break. All right, I'm done crying. I got that all out of my system, so what's next?
Well, Kyle, let me ask you a question. How do you feel about game shows?
I love game shows. When I was a kid, my parents just ignored me, so I learned everything I know from game shows.
Oh, really? Tyler's parents did the same thing. You guys should be best friends. Maybe you'll learn something from our contestants on our Pop Culture Brawl.
Welcome to the first ever Pop Culture Brawl, brought to you by Goofing Off, where we ask our guests ridiculous questions for their chance to win petty prizes. Let's meet our contestants. In Pokemon Red and Blue, what level does Charmander learn Flamethrower? Christian, I haven't even read the answers. So bold.
All right.
What level?
Continue. I want to say level 40.
That is correct. B, level 40. Charmander learns Flamethrower. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance was released for which system in the US? A, Xbox 360. B, Game Boy Advance. C, Nintendo DS, or D, GameCube?
D, GameCube.
That is correct again, Christian. Pokemon has come a long way since 150 meant catching them all. How many Pokemon are currently documented? A, 654. B, 493. C, 649, or D, 151.
A, 654?
That is correct, with Gen 5's announcements adding 5 new to the list. 654 Pokemon have been documented. Well, Christian, it looks like you are our winner of the Pop Culture Brawl. Hey, better luck next time, kid. Get out of here. And let's bring in that trophy girl! Yeah, get over here. Christian, congratulations on winning our Pop Culture Brawl.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks.
Hey, back to you guys in the studio, and we will see you next week, Christian.
You know, watching those people makes me wish that I had friends. I like to think that in a parallel universe, I'm the coolest kid in school.
Well, why don't you follow Oliver into the parallel universe of Ni no Kuni? Better yet, I'll show our viewers our review of Ni no Kuni, and you can Google image search what friends look like.
Ah, Ni no Kuni, the tale of me, Lord High Lord of the Fairies, to help poor crybaby Bunting realize his destiny and travel to parallel worlds. What a beautiful tale in a beautiful world. Even the monsters what try to rip your flippin' head off are beautiful, and there are quite a few of them, hundreds in fact. To keep things fresh and not overwhelm the poor lads, I introduced gameplay bit by bit, so even the dullest can catch on and the brightest will never be bored. The fighting is rewarding, and not just with bits of gold and experience, but companions and glims for those who do it right. And when the monsters what roam the lands know you're a bit too much for them to handle, you'll see them turn tail right quick. The story is quite interesting, but if you veer off track, you'll get to meet a whole nother league of enemies. play hide and seek with some lads, and unlock a nice bit of powers and riches. Oliver is a right awful wizard, so you'll need my okay before casting the bulk of your spells. Beautiful! It worked! But there is right a lot of them to keep track of after all. The White Witch and Shadar, the Rotter, have got it in for both our worlds. And you're flippin' mad if you don't go along to watch Crybaby Bunting grow and, of course, see me, Drippy, Lord High Lord of the Fairies, save the worlds as we know them. No Kuni's terrific graphics and enticing story are by far its strongest qualities, and the combat is quite tidy once you get the hang of it. But at times it feels I'm more of a babysitter than a sidekick. All in all, we rate Ni no Kuni 4.5 out of 5 goofs.
And now finally we come to Goofing Off's Top 5. This episode is our top 5 possible game sequels we'd like to see.
Coming in at number 5, Oddworld. Oddworld Inhabitants has 7 unreleased titles before getting recently shut down. We're hoping that they open up shop once again and release some of their titles.
Coming in at number 4, Thief. Tyler loves to sneak around at night and bother us. We would really like it if there was another Thief game so he can stop following us around.
Coming in at number 3, Pokemon Snap 2. Besides being the greatest co-host of all time, I'm also an amateur photographer, so I need to get my practice on with Pokemon.
Coming in at number 2, a third 50 Cent game. It's been 4 years since the last 50 Cent adventure, and we would like to tie it all again with an epic trilogy.
And our number 1 is Star Wars Battlefront 3. Honestly, there is nothing better than you hanging out with a bunch of your friends, being stormtroopers, and yelling at kids online.
Like what you see here on Goofing Off? Then follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, or check out our website. Crazy for Instagram? Send us a picture of you watching Goofing Off and we'll put you in the next show. Retweet us and you might win a chance to be on Goofing Off. Next time on the show, we go see the new zombie movie, Warm Bodies.
We teach you how to play the Walking Dead board game.
And we tell Carl to stay in the house.
And that concludes this episode of Goofing Off. I'm Kyle Wirtz.
And I'm Danny Mars. Thanks for taking the time to goof off with us.
You can't say that. Okay, now that I'm officially a part of the team, we're going on 1.
Yeah, on 1. All right, ready?
Okay, I'm gonna start at like 2.
3, 2, 1.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.